I hear often the term dark side, especially at the moment on social networks. I will clarify some elements here. The dark side is something that everyone has in them, and it is normal since no one is perfect. More precisely, the dark side is the defect or defects of everyone. So far there is no problem, especially in a tolerant and human world. On the other hand, there are limits to tolerance, because otherwise, there is human abuse. And these abuses are not always condemned by law. So never do what you don't want to do. Don't force yourself. There is the dark side, which are the defects, and there is the fake side, which is the second personality that is not assumed in a person. Generally, the fake side is the false self of a person. It is the false social face of a person who does not assume his true personality. And it is often described as hypocrisy. There are people who have mental illnesses, and it is understandable since they are victims of their poor health and their individual incapacities. It is normal to be tolerant towards this type of person, but always within the limits of tolerance, since it is not allowed to hurt us while another person lives in their own suffering. The opposite can become dangerous, and it is not conceivable. Very often, the people who wear a mask are these people with this fake side, this false personality of social kindness, a kindness that does not exist in reality. Generally, people with a false personality are mean and self-centered, and I have known many people with a fake side, a false personality. It is unpleasant, but that's how it is. Moreover, I have already talked about it on my YouTube channel and in several ways. We live in a world where there are mean people from all types of social backgrounds, and this is the reality. This type of mean person knows that they are initially rejected by society, and so they will hide their true face accordingly. In the idea of living together in community, it is rather logical and understandable that a person with a bad attitude is not considered in a positive way. The initial objective of society is to prioritize healthy and positive dynamism in all areas of life. On the other hand, I also think that it is the duty of each person to set their own limits so as not to hurt others, and these limits sometimes mean refusing pessimism in a group to protect oneself and help others not to experience this pessimism. I know very well the line between good and evil. Concerning social networks, I advise everyone to report all the people who have words and behaviors that affects to human dignity, because these are immoral acts and punishable by law, especially in the West. Imitating bad behavior, or reproducing bad behavior is not an act of fairness. Fairness is a knowledge that requires wisdom, and that is why we live in a world with laws according to each country. Thank you.